What's up, my tribe? Welcome back to another great week. I hope you're doing well and keeping safe. Remember that this is a marathon and not a sprint. So pace yourself and utilize your energy well. Let's jump right into today's video. There was a story told of a man named Joseph who was promised that he was going to rule. But immediately that promise came, his life seemed to move in the opposite direction. Instead of moving towards the promise of becoming a ruler, his life moved in the direction for the next 13 years completely opposite where he was supposed to go, or so it seemed in the beginning. His brothers hated him so much that they sold him into slavery. As a slave at his master's house, he was wrongly accused of raping his master's wife, and that got him into prison where he stayed. But in all of this, Joseph did not allow the circumstances that he was in to wrongly shape his perspective about those circumstances. Instead, he chose to hold a positive outlook and sought to see these circumstances, all these challenges he was going through, as a training ground to become all that God created him to be on his journey to the palace. He did not allow bitterness or self-pity to rob him of his energy. He instead dedicated himself to the service of others using his skills, be it in the prison he was serving, be it when he was sold into slavery he was serving. He allowed all the circumstances over time to keep shaping him to become the man he needed to be for the palace. Indeed, for 13 years he had to be patient. The promise was not fulfilled, but he did not use that as an excuse to grumble or be substandard of what he was potentiated to be. He let go of every expectation of how the promise was going to be and the time specifically. He left all those for God to take care of while he was building himself character-wise. And when the time came for him to be moved to his promise of being in the palace, his results of the past, his wisdom and his courage was recognized. And his results from the past was what made and announced him in the palace and gave room for him to assess the promise. He eventually became the number 2 in command all over Egypt, and at some point saved them from starvation. It is easy for us as humans to be tempted by temporal pleasure for future pain rather than delay gratification and go through the pain right now for a future pleasure. You look on WhatsApp and wonder, why is my case not like that person? Why are they excelling this much and I am still at this point? Are you giving your best? This is a time for you to grow and become better in your character and become competent in your field, so that when the opportunity comes and your results announces you and brings you before king and queens, you'll be able to deliver and not miss an opportunity because you are incompetent. Our lines in life and our journeys will be different. For some people, their journey will move like this. For others, our own journey might be like this, goes this way and then come like up, down, like that. Enjoy your lane. That you have been delayed the promise, that you're not yet seeing results of the effort you're putting into everything you're doing right now, does not mean you will not get there. Delay gratification. And in no time, just like Joseph was using his skills in prison to help people, as he built competence, built character, the world will hear you and your time will come. Delay does not mean denial. Keep improving on yourself and keep giving your best shots to everything you got. Do everything that you're doing right now with a spirit of excellence and stop making excuses. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. If you're not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and join the Smile Tribe. And together, let's build ourselves to become our best version. My challenge to you this week is to look at that one goal or one promise that you're working towards and see what delayed gratification you need to put in place right now. What price do you need to pay right now for it? And pay the price as you walk towards it. Till I come your way next week, keep spreading smiles. Blessings.